Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Doing Group. We are Doing Holdings that manufacturer of these waste tire, waste plastic, pyrolysis equipment. So today we're going to share the differences between the batch type pyrolysis plant and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Just during this lecture, if you have any questions, you can just leave in the comment place. Or if you want to know more information about the detailed technique, you can contact with us, contact with our sales manager directly to tell you the quotation certificate and so on. And our company is located in Zhengzhou, capital of Henan province in central China, which is convenient of the transportation. So you can just come here by train or plane to visit our company. And today we're going to share the waste tire pyrolysis equipment, waste plastic, waste oil sludge, coal tar oil sludge pyrolysis plant for deep processing, and what products we can get, what materials we can use, what technique we have. This is today's topic. So any questions you have, or if you want to know more information about this, you can just leave in the comment place. Welcome, our new friends. We are the manufacturer of these waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge, pyrolysis equipment. Our equipment is to just use this kind of waste things, and we can get the flue oil U, carbon black, steel wire, aluminium ingot, and other products. That depends on different raw materials. Like this, environmental protection has always been a hot topic in the world, and our company has been committed to the manufacture of environmental protection equipment for more than 10 years. We were founded in 2011, and our employees are over 20 people. Our factory is nearby our company, more than 40,000 square meters. So it's if you want to visit our company, or factory, you can talk with our sales manager to tell you the time and the location here. In our factory, we have several prototype in our factory to know more information, know more details about this device. And you can also come to have experiments of your raw materials. Like the waste tire, you can see the oil yellow is very clear. You can just search in the internet, like the large tire from the truck, car, the oil yellow is more than 40 to 45. And also we can get 35% of the carbon black, 15% of the steel wire, and 10% of the same gas. And about the plastic, like we use the plastic is always from the daily garbage, medical waste, or the construction waste. So the raw material is not very sure. You can have a test, send your material to our factory to have a test, and we can give you analysis depends on your materials about the profit and other things. Okay, and let's go on. Today we're going to share what the raw material we can use, what products we can get, and we will introduce the differences between the batch type pyrolysis plant and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. This is three kinds of the device that is suitable for different raw materials, have different working efficiency, and it's suitable for different capacity. So how to choose the best device, that depends on ourselves. it will introduce in today's live show. So we will first have introduced about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, which is the highest capacity, the largest, the highest efficiency, and it can work continuously for 45 to 60 days. And what is the technique? What materials we can use for, and what is the certificate? It is today's topic. So just now in the commonplace, we have our WhatsApp and email. If you want to know more information and get the catalog or this program, you can just send a private message to us to give you this kind of information. Okay, welcome our new friends here. We are the Dream Group, manufacturer of the waste tire, waste plastic, pyrolysis equipment. And so from now on, we have our clients in more than 120 countries. Like in each continent, we have our customers. So it's very convenient for you to visit there. You can talk with our sales manager first what places you want to have this project, and we can take you to our client's factory here or the local workshop to know more information, to know the market and the profit and the working efficiency of our equipment. And also we have a branch company, a subsidiary. It's in Nigeria because we have our many customers there. So if you want to have a project in Nigeria or Africa, it's very convenient to communicate. So let's go on. And this is the raw materials we can use and the products we can get. Like the waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge, coal tar oil, and the aluminium plastic composite material. Or if you have some other like the medical waste or some construction waste, they all can use this pyrolysis equipment. And then we can get the pyrolysis oil, carbon black, steel wire, syngas, and aluminium ingot. Depends on different raw materials. Like if your raw material is the waste tire, like this is also called the black pollution. It's very hard to deal with, but by using our pyrolysis plant, we can recycle for 100%. And from the pyrolysis of the waste tire, we can get 40 to 45% of the pyrolysis oil, 35% of the carbon black, 15% of the steel wire, and 10% of the syngas. This is the 100% recycle. And the plastic, like the PP, PEPS, ABS, we can all recycle, and then we can get the plastic pyrolysis oil, carbon black, steel, sorry, not the steel wire, and syngas. It will, the oil yield depends on different raw materials. Like we have the dry, pure PPPS, then the raw material can be, the oil yield can be very high, that can reach to 90%. But if you have some daily garbage or some construction waste, like we have the paper mill waste, many customers are the paper mill waste, they are plastic, then the oil yield is from 20% to 60%. For example, if you get the wet paper mill waste, then the oil yield is just nearly 20%, but the dry material, it is 60%. So just for different water content and other material content, this is the plastic oil yield. And then the oil sludge, coal tar oil, it also depends on how many oil and soil and water contained in it. And we can also get the pyrolysis oil, carbon black, and syngas. Like this oil sludge, coal tar oil, they are all called hazardous waste. So we can't just throw them randomly. We need to have some process. So for this license, we need to get the hazardous waste license. And the rubber tire waste plastic, they are called solid waste. the standard is kind of different, but all we can use the same equipment, the same technique, the pyrolysis technique to get this kind of products. And for this is kind of special raw material, aluminium plastic. It is kind of plastic, but it have some metals inside. This is the aluminium ingot. So we can not only get the plastic pyrolysis oil, also we can get the same gas, aluminium ingot, and the carbon black. So the aluminium ingot kind of metals that the price is higher than the plastic oil. So if you have the project to deal with the aluminium plastic, then the most important material you want to get is aluminium ingot. Well, in China, it's more than 10,000 RMB, and the plastic oil is just nearly 4,000 or 3,000 RMB. This is the difference. And then let's come to the three kinds of equipment. Well, today's topic is what is the difference between the batch type pyrolysis plant and the continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, we will first have introduced about the technique. What is the process it includes? They all have the feeding system, pyrolysis system, discharging system, condensation system, and the purification system. But the certificate is different. Like the reactor, they are not the same. We use different raw materials and different technique, and we have different slagging ways, different condensing system, and also the raw materials are not all suitable for different plant. This is kind of different, and they also have the different working efficiency, different capacity, and different occupied of the land, different consumption of the electricity and the labor, and they add different heating energy. So this is, today we were going to have a comparison about this batch type pyrolysis plant and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. So during this live show, if you have any questions, you can just leave in the comment section, or you can send a private message to us in the comment place. We have our WhatsApp, email. You can contact with us directly, or you can send a private message to us, tell us your WhatsApp, or we will add you directly, just immediately, and give you this catalog and other information that you want about this device. Okay, so let's talk about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant first. Let's look at a 3D video to know more about the technique. Then let's have a comparison about the batch type and some information. Yeah, let's start from here. This is the 3D video of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. You can have a look at this first, and any questions you can just leave in the comment section. Let's note about this is the fully continuous. It can work for 45 to 60 days, and it includes the pre-process section, feeding system, pyrolysis system, and this slagging system, condensation system, and purification system. This is the feeding system. We'll feed the raw carbon black, the raw material, in with this feeding wrench. And then it comes to the pyrolysis system. The heating way is by the hot wind furnace, that is indirect heating, can just prolong the service life of the reactor. And the rubber powder, by using this slag, it will just go in front side. This is the tube section. In the middle of the tube section of the furnace, a high temperature resistant tube to keep the resistance, and then outside is the lubricating oil and the condensing water to prevent that too much consumption of the gas and too much gas that's just have within this section. This is all the pyrolysis system. Welcome our new friends. We are now talking about the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis equipment to get the flue oil, carbon black, steel wire from the waste tire. This is a technique. And then we can get the flue oil, flue oil gas. By using the condensation system, we can get the flue oil. The flue oil, it can use at the bricks factory, cement factory at a very high heating energy. This is to slow down the speed of the gas and to settle down the impurities. Then it comes to a 3 condensing buffer tank to condense the flue oil gas to the flue oil. It have a water cover outside to have interact with the flue oil to lower down the temperature, and then it can come to the flue oil by using this U-tube to prevent its return to the reactor. And this is a temporary storage tank of the flue oil. This is 3 condensing buffer tank, and this is 3 horizontal the vertical condensers. It has several tubes inside to make the flue gas fully contact with the condensing water outside. And the flue gas will come through these 3 vertical condensers and condense them into the flue oil. The flue oil we can use directly for heating, or we can just purify them, and we can get the diesel and use at the diesel generator, the agricultural machine, mining machine, the ferry, and so on. And the tail gas is one of the products. We can use it directly as the heating energy at the reactor. This is our patent device, a tail gas purification system. You can see this have 4 sections of the tail gas purification system, because if we just burn the tail gas directly, it have some bad smoke. So this is why we have this environmental friendly device. It have the circulating water containing the sodium hydroxide, which will react with the tail gas to remove the hydrogen sulfide inside. This is the water that contains sodium hydroxide. The first one is the buffer tank to slow down the speed, and then by this two spraying tower to purify the harmful particles inside the tail gas, and then by using a water cell to prevent it return to the reactor. There's a safety device, and the tail gas can throw this tube to the heating system, the combustion system, to heat the reactor. So it's much more energy saving of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, because it can work 45 to 60 days, but just at the very beginning of the 8 hours, it needs to use the extra heating energy like the natural gas, flue oil. But the next few days, we all can use the tail gas to burn the reactor to save extra heating energy. So this is to save the consumption of the this is production. And then this is the slagging system. We will get 35% of the carbon black from the waste tire. And the advantage of the a fully continuous pyrolysis plant is it can just feed the raw material and pyrolysis it and discharge the carbon black at the same time. It has a sealed design of the slagging ways to slag the carbon black at a very high temperature, and by using 3 condensing winch or 4 winch, it will just lower down the temperature to the normal temperature. Then it can be backpacked directly. The carbon black also have a high heating energy, can be used for burning or be the raw material of the paint or the rubber. This is a safety device, a monitor of the pressure. If they have some problem, it will have just the valve will just release the gas to the temporarily water sealed design device. And just when the safe valve is opened, release the pressure and the excess oil gas, it will transfer to the standby water seal. To cool down the oil, we can recycle the flue oil, and then just to prevent have some safety problem, don't have some like the explosion or the fire or other kind of problem. And this is the purification system. The first device is the air-cooled cooling device to replace. It can replace with the water cooling to lower the temperature. And the second is a post-dust collector, which is used to remove the dust from the flue gas. And then the third is a glass fiber reinforced plastic desulfurization tower. The flue gas will be cooled below 120 degrees when it's entering in this part. And then this is the air equalizing device in the tower to disperse the flue gas and make it contact with the spring tower mist more effectively. And this is the demist device. And the gas can just reach to the standard to release. We have different plan for the purification system because we have our customers in all over the world and their environmental friendly policy is not the same. So we can give you the plan, depends on your regions want to have this device, have this project. And the last is the automatic oil pumping system. We can get the flue oil for heating or have deep processing to get the diesel. And this is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Welcome our new friends here. We are doing group manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis equipment. If you want to know more information about the price list or the certificate or the catalog of our equipment, you can talk with us directly in the comment section, or you can add our WhatsApp, our email. We can just have a direct communicate with you and send you our information about the device. And if you want to buy this equipment, we can give you the price list because it's not very convenient to show the price list in the live show. We can send the price list for you directly because we have 3 equipment and the certificate is not the same. So they are different price for different device. Okay, then you can see this 3D video again, and now we have a comparison about the batch type pyrolysis plant and the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. This is the our customers in Chongqing province, and his raw material is the waste tire. It have 50 tons of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. So if you want to visit, you can talk with our sales manager to take you to our client's workshop to see how it works and the working efficiency of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And then this is the daily capacity of the fully continuous one. Most of our customer will choose the 50 ton per day of the fully continuous. and some of them will choose the 30 ton, and also we have 15 ton and 20 ton of the fully continuous one. And the working efficiency is it can work 45 to 60 days without stop, and we can after 2 months we can just close the production and have a research of have a check of the tube and add the lubricating oil or other device. And this is the fully continuous one, and the equipment advantages we include for step. The first one is it's fully automatically. It have the PLC system for automatic control, and it's much more time and labor saving. It is this because it have a high efficiency and it have the PLC system, so it's time and labor saving. Why is time saving? Because it can feed the raw material and have the pyrolysis reaction and have the slagging of the carbon black at the same time. So we don't need to cool down the reactor to discharge the carbon black at a normal temperature, and it's much more it's just the efficiency is much more higher than the batch type and semi-continuous one. The biggest capacity, this is you can have a comparison. The fully continuous one is 50 ton per day, and the semi-continuous, the batch type, is the biggest one is 20 ton per day. But most of our customer will choose 50 ton. This is the difference. So if you have much more raw material need to deal with every day or every year, you can get the fully continuous one. And then it's continuous production for 24 hours. So like the fully continuous, it's all work at the same time of the feeding, slagging, pyrolysis. But the batch type and semi-continuous, they are different steps. First 2 hours, we feed the raw material. Then we open the feeding door to just open the combustion system and to heat the raw material in the furnace for more than 10 hours. And then we close the pyrolysis outlet of the flue gas. Then we open the slagging door to slag the carbon black. So there are different steps. Not the same as the fully continuous one. They are all at the same time to have the high working efficiency, and just as I said, it's a continuous work for 24 hours. And this is a 3D layout of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. You can have a look at it first, and any questions you want, you have, you can just leave in the comment section. Or if you want to know more information about this, you can talk with our sales manager by using the WhatsApp, the email, or other ways which are convenient. If you have the WeChat, it's much more convenient. So if you want to know this kind of information about our price list or other things, you can, in the comment section, we have our WhatsApp and email. You can talk with us directly. Or if you want to tell us your requirements, like you can tell us which regions you want to have this project, what materials you have or want to have, which device you are interested in. Then we can just talk with you with different sales manager, which are just the master of this different regions or different equipment. Okay, and let's go on about the 3D layout to see the certificate of this. It includes the feeding system to feed the raw material, and this is the pyrolysis reactor to heat the products, and then the condensation system to condense the flue oil to condense oil gas to the flue oil, and then this is the slagging system to slag the carbon black. The odor removal system and the purification system to purify it. These are all the environmental friendly device. Now this is the 3D layout of the fully continuous one. And then let's talk about the batch type pyrolysis plant and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Then we will include which is all the difference about the capacity, working efficiency, certificate, and different like the consumption of the electricity, heating energy, or labor. Here is a semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Let's look at about this 3D video. You see it first, or if you want to do any a step that is not very clear to understand, you can leave in the comment section. We have our customers in more than 120 countries, so if you want to visit our client's factory or our own manufacturing factory, you can tell us. You can talk with our sales manager directly, take you to the workshop of our clients. Our own factory for production is in Henan province in China. There are many prototype inside, so you can see how we built our equipment, what is the material we use, what the technique to ensure it can work in a safe environment and a long service life. Okay, and welcome our new friends. This is a 3D video of the waste tire pyrolysis plant of the semi-continuous one. We can get the flue oil, carbon black, syngas from the waste tire. We have three kinds, the fully continuous, semi-continuous, and the batch type pyrolysis plant for different capacity and working efficiency. This is the condensation system of the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. You can see this 3D video first, and later we will show you about the details of the technique. This is the purification system. To purify the smoke that we need to release the desulfurization tower. This is a high standard of the purification device. So the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, we can get 3 batch for 2 days. This is the working efficiency, and the capacity is 10 ton, 12 ton, 15 ton, 18 ton, and 20 ton. Though it includes the pre-process step, feeding system, pyrolysis system, discharging system, the condensation system, and the purification system. This is the difference between the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant and the batch type pyrolysis plant is it can discharge the carbon black at a high temperature. You can see this is the slagging ways to discharge it at the winch, then to just store the carbon black at a small reactor for the cooling, and then we will use the slagging winch to slag them. But the batch type pyrolysis plants, they need to cool down the reactor at a normal temperature. That is, the best temperature is lower than 70 degree, and it's much more safe to deslag them. So it will cost more than 5 hours to 10 hours to cool down the reactor, because they have installation cover outside. So it's hard to condense them at very fast time. But the semi-continuous one, we don't need to cool down the reactor. We can discharge the carbon black at a high temperature. This is why it have a higher efficiency of the batch type pyrolysis plant. This cooling system is not necessary of this. Let's start from the very beginning to see what is the technique. This is production line of the semi-continuous one, the rubber block or the rubber powder with a diameter below 30 millimeter will come to the reactor through the feeding screw conveyor. And this is the heating system, equipped with 300 calories burners. And there is a tail gas burner next to this burner. After heating for 2 hours, the temperature gradually rises and the oil gas will be produced at 120 to 160. The white gas is a mixture of the oil gas and the tail gas. And then the slagging waste, this is the carbon black. It is discharged to the small reactor. The carbon black can be discharged at a high temperature to save the cooling time of the reactor. And naturally, cooling to the certain temperature, it can be backpacking and discharging with this slagging winch, lifting screw conveyor. And then let's talk about the flue gas. The flue gas will first come to our buffer tank, which plays a role of slowing down the speed and to settling the impurities. The same as the batch type pyrolysis plant. And this is a desalting tank. It is a can to purify the oil gas. And this is our water tank condensers, which is used to cooling the oil gas by just throwing this 31 tube inside. It will have a fully contact with the water to condense, and then it will condense to the oil. It will stand temporarily stored in this storage tank for 5 times. This is a cooling system. Well, it's not very necessary for the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. This is only used when the machine is down for cleaning, so it's not a need at the ordinary time. It's the optional device. And this is the water film dust system, which is our standard flue gas purification device. The flue gas will be preliminarily purified. And this is the desulfurization tower that our customers can choose by themselves. This has 3 layers for spraying and 3 layers for purification. Like this, the gas will come into this purification system. And this is the air equalizing device in our tower to disperse the flue gas and make it contact with the water mist more effectively. And then by throwing the demist device, we can just release the gas that has been purified. This is the batch type semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, the technique. So do you have any questions about the semi-continuous one? If you have, you can leave in the comment section. Or if you want to know more information about the equipment, the technique details, or the price list, or the other information, you can send a private message to us to add our WhatsApp or send our email. Our sales manager will give you this information about our device. Or if you want to visit our factory, it's in Henan province in China, and we have our customers factory that is more than 120 countries. It's very convenient for you to visit the local working place of our device, so it can see what the working efficiency and the products quality of our equipment. If you have need this service for you, you can just contact with us. We have the pre-sale service. You can visit us, visit our factory or client's factory, and we can give you the scheme. Depends on your materials and capacity, give you the plan. And also the after-sale service, we have our installation team and the engineering team you can come to your factory to help you to install, operate, and train your workers about this equipment. And also we have 1-year warranty because we are the manufacturer of this equipment. Any questions during your production you can just talk with our engineer and sales manager directly. This is a semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, you can see this is the 3D layout that to show the technique, and this is a real picture. Customer in America, and this is the capacity. You can have a comparison. This is 20 ton per day, but this is 50 ton per day, so it's a smaller capacity device. And also we have 1 ton, 2 ton, 5 ton, 10 ton, 12 ton, 15 ton, and 20 ton. And the equipment advantages: automatic feeding, high efficiency. It has 3 batch for 2 days, and energy saving. We can use the tail gas to burn our heating energy, and good performance. Then let's talk about the batch type pyrolysis plant. Let's see the 3D video of the batch type. See this technique, we can have a comparison of the 3 batch, then we can include the differences between the batch type pyrolysis plant and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. This is the 3D layout of 15 ton of the batch type pyrolysis plant. It includes the feeding system, pyrolysis system, condensation system, slagging system, and purification system. This is the pyrolysis workshop. And next to it is the pre-process of the production of the carbon black. Because it has some dust, so we have the separate side. First is the feeding system. This is we need 2 workers to control the automatic feeder. Our feeder have the hydraulic thrust for 50 ton. We need maybe 2 hours to feed the 15 ton of the waste tire inside the reactor. And this is a combustion system. Our combustion system is equipped with 4 300,000 calories burners. There is a tail gas burner next to each burner. After heating for about 2 hours, temperature will gradually rise, and oil gas will be generated to 120 to 160 degrees. Then the white gas, this is a mixture of the oil gas and tail gas. The oil gas will come out to the outlet. It will first come into this is a buffer tank. The buffer tank can slow down the gas, the speed, and make it just stay in the cooling system more time to ensure sufficient cooling in the later stage. And the second effect is to deposit some impurities, just the carbon black. And then the flue gas will come into our cooling system, which have 4-step cooling. The first is the vertical condensers. Because the first cooling is relatively heavier and sticky in the vertical design, the oil continuously formed to sort the inner wall to prevent blockage. Each condensers have 4 108 millimeter pipes. Each pipe is surrounded by the circulating water. Then the oil will just storage tank in this temporary storage cans of 210. And then this is the second step, cooling oil water separator, which is both a condenser and a safety device. It can prevent oil gas from flowing back in the purify, and also it can purify the oil gas. The oil water jacket will cool the oil gas. And then this is the third cooling structure, the horizontal condensers. We have 2 horizontal condensers, which is with 37 pipes. It will greatly increase our cooling area and ensure that most of the gas is cooled after the first 3 cooling. The cooled oil is temporarily stored in tank. This is the highest efficiency of the cooling step. And then we come to the last cooling tower, which can ensure that all the oil are cooled down in the cooling system and improve our oil yield for this last step. And then the non-condensable gas from the condensing tower, it's called tail gas. It can enter our standard safety device, the water seal, which can prevent the tail gas from flowing backwards. The tail gas, it can just use it directly for heating to save our extra heating energy, but we need to purify them or it have some bad smoke. So they come to our patent device, environmental protection device, the odor removal system. The tail gas will first come into the buffer tank, then go through this 2 spraying tower. This is the sodium hydroxide is added in the water to purify the odor of the hydrogen sulfide. This filter inside is used to disperse the gas of the tail gas and make it fully contact with the moisture to deodorize it. And then the purified tail gas is recycled to the reactor through the pipeline to heat by the tail gas burner. And this is the environmental protection device. We will select it to remove the sulfur dioxide and the dust inside the smoke. Here is the active carbon black absorbing system. And this is a vacuum device. It takes half an hour to an hour to pump out the residual oil gas in the reactor, then to pump them into the horizontal condensers to be condensed into oil. Because if the residual oil is density is very high, it will have a dangerous for oil gas to contact the air when the reactor door is opened, and the extra tail gas will be just it may have some dangerous of the flux explosion. So we can use this safety device. And the exact tail gas, it can be concentrated and discharged into the combustion chamber for combustion, because the amount of the gas is very small, so you don't necessary to store it. It can be burned directly. This is a air cooling system. We equipped it with the 15 kilowatt of the draft fan with 8 ports of the diameter of 273 millimeter. The cooling time is shortened from 8 hours to 4 hours, which will greatly improve the operation efficiency of the equipment. After cooling, we come to the side slagging system, which have two advances. The first is with two slagging ports, the reactor can discharge the carbon black twice with one revolution, which greatly improves the slagging efficiency. And the second is it directly discharges the underground to prevent the carbon black from flying and pollution of the workshop. And then we will use the wind conveyor to just convey them into the carbon black processing step. This step is to press them into the carbon black bowl for easy to transport and have no just less dust. The furnace, the material of the furnace, we always use the alloy plate Q245R or stainless steel. The which material we use will depend on different raw materials. Is it corrosive? Is it the hazardous waste or solid waste? This is the introduction about the batch type pyrolysis plant. So any questions about this? Let's have a communication, or let's have include about the batch type. This is the Mexico customer of 6 batch type pyrolysis plant. Capacity is the same as the semi-continuous one. 20 ton per day, 15 ton, 12 ton, 10 ton, 5 to 1 ton per day. And the advantages of easy operation, cost effective, good stability, multiple use. So you can see this is a 3D layout, almost the same as the 3D video. A feeding system, pyrolysis system, condensation system, auto removal, and the purification system in the backward. Then we have a pyrolysis plant unit. If you want to use privately or have a small capacity, you can choose this for 100 kilogram per day or 500 kilogram per day. This is in the frame, but we all have the different the old device: pyrolysis reactor, the condensation system, and storage tank of the OU, buffer tank, auto removal system. Like this is free installation, cost saving, easy handling, and test available. So about the production, final products and application of this. The flue oil we can use at the blower heating, heavy oil generator, refining to diesel, or other like the bricks factory, glass factory, cement factory, we can all use the flue oil. Refining to diesel, the diesel can use at agricultural machine and mining machine, ferry, or truck, and so on. The gas we use directly for heating. In gold, sold directly, industry manufacturing, or we can sold at the fair work industry, and so on. Carbon black for heating, refining, steel wire sold as scrap or remelted. And this is a profit analysis. For reference, you can see the cost every day and the income, but the price is not the same for different regions. So just for reference, you can see what is the consumption and what is the different step we can get our profit. So just if you want to know more information about the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis plant, you can contact with us. Today we share you the differences between the batch type pyrolysis plant, semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, and fully continuous pyrolysis plant, like the capacity, efficiency, and the consumption of the labor. Like the fully continuous is much more labor saving, and the consumption of the heating energy is also more safe for the fully continuous one, because we have a stable tail gas to get. It can work continuously for a few days. And about the electricity, you can see for different capacity it's not the same. So if you want to know this, the consumption of the electricity or the manpower, heating fluid, it will depend on different heating energy like coal, tire oil, or the same gas, natural gas. So you can tell us what your material needs to have, want to have, or the capacity. Then we can give you a price analysis, profit analysis, depends on yourself. This is the pre-sale service for you. So this is today's topic. Thank you for your watching today. We are doing group manufacture of the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis equipment. If you want to visit our factory or our client's factory, you're welcome. We can contact with our sales manager directly. We have a WhatsApp, email in our common place. You can talk with us, or you can send a private message to us. Tell us your information. Tell us your WhatsApp or email, then we can just add you and send you some information you want. This is a project cases from all over the world. This is in China. So now we have our customers in more than 120 countries. It's very convenient for you to visit. So if you need this service, you can talk with us. Thank you for watching today. Have a nice day.